So yesterday was an important day for hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of people around the world. It was Gay&Lesbian Rights Awareness Day, also known as Equality Day. And you're not supposed to talk from when you wake up in the morning until late that night. You can do it until night or you can do it until 5. The observed time is 5 o'clock. And you're silent to protest the inequality and the oppression and the prejudice against people in general, people of different race, people of different sexual orientation, people of different thought, different idea, different belief. And, my boyfriend picked me up in the morning to go to school, and we were silent all the way to school. It was actually it was different because we usually talk in the morning, especially before class. And I walked through the hallways in the morning, to my first class, and it was amazing to see how many people had duct tape over their mouths, which is part of the protest, and how many people were just quiet and were walking with groups of friends who were just silent. And the hallway had to be at least half as quiet, half as loud as it normally is every morning, and it was a kind of a profound feeling to see this many people who really care, who cared about something that may not even affect them personally, and were still going to put themselves out for the day and do something different and do something for other people, especially in a school where most people that go to school with me are very selfish people. You could say selfish. Yeah, you could probably say selfish pretty easily. And, lunch was just almost silent, and people who weren't observing it or didn't know about it, would try to talk to you, and you couldn't talk, and you just kind of looked at them, and then they asked, why aren't you talking, and you had to write it down, and pretty much the only thing you did all day was write down why you weren't talking. And I know several of my friends who didn't know about it started observing it right as I told them. They're like, oh, okay, well, I'm in. And from that moment on, they didn't talk. It was surprising because I have a friend who's very homophobic, you could say. And, I told him, and he had this very mixed look on his face, oh, that's really cool that you're doing that, and wait, I'm not really so sure I'm comfortable with this. And it was that indecision in his face that really hit me more than anything, is that he wanted to do something about it. You could see it. You could see that he wanted to change the insecurity, and he wanted to change the prejudice and the wrongful doing in the world, but he wasn't so sure he was comfortable with what part of it he was changing. And I just kind of hugged him, and I handed him my roll of duct tape that I was carrying around. And he just looked at me, and I said, just kind of nodded at him, and he got the picture, and he understood that, I was pretty much just trying to say, if you want in, here is duct tape. You can do it. You can do it just like I can. And he knew that I was bisexual, and he knew that it was part of something for me too, and he cared enough about me too at the same time, even though he wasn't exactly comfortable with my orientation. And to watch him roll off a piece of duct tape from the roll and rip it and then put it over his mouth, and I could see by his cheeks that he was smiling. You couldn't really tell after the duct tape was there. And just have him, nod, hug me back, and walk off was huge. It was just wow, someone really gets this. Someone really cares. And I think that's the most important part about all of this gay and lesbian rights thing, this equality day, is that everyone can change. Everyone can know someone who is affected by this. Everyone knows someone who's just a little bit different from that white Aryan norm. And everyone deserves to be equal. Everyone, especially here in the United States, where we're a mixing pot, where our forefathers built our country on being different from the norm, from being nonconformists, and that today that we still have prejudice against people of different color skin, different language, different sexual orientation, different belief, that we still think that, we still act on that. It bothers me. It bothers me a lot. So that was kind of my day. That's what this video is about. Is mostly just raising awareness, and I hope that if you guys had stories about yesterday, that you guys did something, maybe that you were part of the protest, that you were part of the Day of Silence, which is what yesterday was called, the Day of Silence. If you did something, maybe if you have pictures or a story to tell, if you'll make it a video response to this. I don't know how many people are going to see this or whatnot, but just comment or make a video response telling me about your day of yesterday. Maybe a story that you have about individuality, about prejudice, about liberation, anything that you want to share, just let me know, because I'm really interested to hear, what else the community has to say about this, because I think everyone knows someone who's gay or lesbian or is a different race or something like that. Everybody knows somebody. I'm sure, everyone out there has had some kind of an experience, and that's what makes this community and the community of the world so awesome, is that there are so many different kinds of people, and every single one of them brings something different to the table, and every single one of them brings something great to your life every time you meet them. So other than just letting me know how you felt about yesterday and your day, and letting me know either as a video response or a comment, just be aware of the people around you and know that they're part of your life, and just, hug people more. Hugging people is awesome. You should just hug people more. Yeah, hug people.